Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. If it is your first time, thank you for being with us. If it is your second time, thank you also for finding the time yet again to come and be with us. Today we're going to speak about a topic that many of us know or may not know, and we're going to speak about how you can be able to invest in vacant land. I have done it 3 times on properties that I have bought, one as a single guy and 2 times as a married person, and I can be able to speak with authority on this topic, and I can be able to help you on how you can be able to make a good income from the money that you make from the land and be able to spot good pieces of land that you can be able to invest in. So let us go on to the first thing that you need to do. The thing that you need to do first is to identify the potential area that you want to invest in. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look for the characteristics that would allow you to be able to capitalize on the value of that land in the future. One of the things that you could be able to look into is, while you're identifying the piece of land, is what is the value of that land now. Look for land that is either neglected or land that is undervalued, or land that has high potential on the way forward. You could be able to spot this land easily. So you could look for land that is not very far from a major city, and one that has is near corridors of where a main road may be able to pass. It is a place that potentially could grow into more residential places or commercial spaces, and it is land that has a lot of potential for growth. If you live in a town and you'd want to look for such land, look for land that is anywhere above the outer lines of the city limits. Land that, in case that city grows, will be able to be part of the places that people settle later on. So I bought my first land in a place that is 30 kilometers away from Nairobi. And this land was a bit far in a place called Kikuyu. The land was valued at $625,000 or $6,250. I bought this land in the year 2016 thereabout, and it was my second land that I had bought, this time as a married person. So the land was valued at 625,000, but it was 30 kilometers away from Nairobi, in a place that many people had not thought of settling. But Nairobi has been expanding and expanding and expanding. And then the other thing is the bypass was finally completed, a bypass that passes near that piece of land, around 5 kilometers from that piece of land. Then there was another major road that increased the value of that land considerably, and that is the land that passes from a place called Togoto and going and bypassing and going on your way towards Suswa. There's that land that was done 2 years or so ago. This land has increasingly raised the potential for this specific area. It has also increased access to this particular piece of land. And because I bought the land while these developments were not there, and especially now the water has been distributed in the area and the power lines have gotten to that area, a lot of people have started building on that area as they move away from the areas like Kitengela and Mombasa Road, where people are highly crowded and the ways to work and back are highly difficult for the people who have settled there. So people are moving to this area, and I identified this piece of land before everyone could think about it, because I thought, if people are moving south of Nairobi, what is happening to the north of Nairobi? The east was highly accumulated in the parts of Rai and other places like that. The other parts of Mongong and such and Kitengela were all pretty built up, but this northern part was largely ignored. So I spotted an opportunity and I invested in that land. The value of that land now, for my neighbor who wanted to buy another piece of land near his place, the land is adjacent to mine, was being asked to pay 1.4 million shillings. So the value of the land has increased since 2016 to 2021. It has more than doubled in value over a period of less than 5 here. So ladies and gentlemen, identify the piece of land. It is key to you making money. Do not just buy land because you are told to buy, but look at the unique possibilities and properties that would be able to make land extremely valuable in the future. How do you spot this? You could go to the ministries of land and talk to the guys there. They could be able to give you valuable insight on where the government is thinking and planning of expanding to, or the Ministry of Roads or the local council that is in charge of roads. They could be able to help you know where major roads are going to be done, or bypasses or link roads are going to be done. So identify the piece of land that has great potential for growth. The other thing that you could do is, once you've bought the land, wait for the infrastructure and the utilities to come. The problem with most people is that they buy land yet want to get that land appreciating within a year and sell off the land within a year. So if the infrastructure and the properties that would make the value of that land go high have not come to that area, you will not sell the land significantly higher. This is something that marketers of land use. They tell you that buy because in fact the value of this land is going up. Do not mistake. If nothing substantial has happened that has made the land valuable, it will not give you a big return, especially a superfluously big return. So be keen and buy and hold for a period of time until something significant happens on that piece of land. So do not make the mistake of not waiting. The other thing that you need to do is, you could do certain improvements on the land that could be able to increase the value in the future. You could fence the land, you could plant some trees in the surrounding area, so that the person who is coming to buy that land in the future can find some improvements have been done on the land. You could sink a borehole or do something that could be able to increase the value of that vacant land. So look for opportunities to be able to market this land. Remember, buying raw land is less attractive because you do not see the potential. So try to drive some potential in that piece of land by improving and doing something that will be able to increase the value of that land in the eyes of the person that you would sell that land to in the future. The other thing that you could be able to do that could be able to help you significantly while you are investing in land is to be able to spot any particular things that you'll be able to take advantage of. So if you are buying land, you could be able to either situate it near a road or a corner plot, because remember, the person who is potentially going to buy this land in the future might be looking for certain characteristics. So corner plots of land are usually very attractive. Why are they very attractive? Because the person has a lot more flexibility on the way they'll be able to develop that land. They will be able to either put the gate on one end or another end, especially if it is a 3-face corner. It is highly sought after. So while you are buying these pieces of land, just ensure that you're able to get one that is near a major road or a corner plot that will be able to take advantage of these things. Again, the person who is buying might look at potential to be able to open a shop or something adjacent to their house. So a land that has a certain advantages, maybe near markets or a corner plot, could be able to help you gather additional advantage while you're selling the land. So ladies and gentlemen, you could be able to do this and be able to make adjustment beforehand. People always ask, how can I invest in land? Or land is looking expensive. Ladies and gentlemen, my first investment in land I did in the year 2011. I bought 2 pieces of land for 90,000 shillings in somewhere in Georgia, in the middle of nowhere. 90,000 is equivalent to $900 for 2 pieces of land that were a sixth of an acre, coming to around a third of an acre. I bought this land in the middle of nowhere. One, I had little money and I wanted to invest as fast as I could. So it turned out that this land was in the middle of Juja farm. a place that is now highly valuable. So the land, if I was to sell the land now from buying at $900 or 90,000 Kenya shillings, I would sell the land at a minimum of 900,000 shillings or around $9,000. I have made a profit that is 10 times the value of that land. I have done 1,000% profit in those years. From 2011 to now 2021, I can be able to sell at a comfortable margin. So if you work back that land, you could be able to get that I made more than 80% return every year. So you could start small and start anywhere as long as you have done a little bit of research on where the major cities or major populations are going to move to. So identify that piece of land today. Identify it and buy it. Look at the advantages that I have highlighted, and you could be able to make money from vacant land. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how you can be able to invest in vacant land. And start now and do your research, and you could be on your way to making money. If you found this article particularly helpful, remember to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to bring new and fresh content that is going to educate you, to elevate you, and to motivate you to become a better person financially. Thank you and enjoy your day.